Hey guys!
Hey guys!
We're back with another Sci-Fi Friday review, this time reviewing the sci-fi original series ZNATION Season 3, Episode 2, titled A New Mission. If you haven't seen it yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. Alright, this Episode 2, A New Mission, absolutely beat the pants off the premiere.
Yeah,
it was so good.
They really could have just switched the two.
Yeah,
and that would have been amazing.
Like if they had this as episode 1 and then did either a special 2-hour episode the following week or in the middle of a week as a special event episode or something like that. Because I think introducing the man at the end of the premiere and then having the fans going, "Oh my God, who is that?" And then getting his background, I think that would have worked way better than the way we actually got it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that it just would have been more suspenseful. It would have given us an entire week of being like, who was that? And then you get his backstory, or then you get the backstory that introduces him.
Yeah. I think that just would have worked better, in my opinion. But I'm not going to harp on that too much because at this point I feel like we might be beating a dead horse by complaining about the premiere too much.
Yes.
Alright, so big things in this episode. 10K is alive. Murphy brought him back from the sub and bit him.
Yeah.
Which they kind of left it ambiguous a little bit
for the entire episode.
Yeah, and then you get at the very end, he bit him on just below the neck on the back, and like everybody else, he bites on the cheek. 10K he bit on the back of the neck, just to add a little bit of extra suspense. Is he bit or not?
Yeah.
Which I don't like that twist.
Yeah, me either. I think had he bit everybody in a different spot, that would have been fine. But the fact that he bites everybody on the cheek except for 10K, that just it didn't really work, and there was no explanation for that.
And I don't like that 10K got bit.
Yeah, I really don't like that 10K got bit, and I really hope that it doesn't really work on him. Or at least doesn't work completely on him.
10K seems way more cognizant than most people, than everybody else that Murphy has ever been. Especially when you compare 10K to Cassandra.
Yeah.
Cassandra was basically feral.
Yeah.
And 10K is very aware.
He fights it at first, and he doesn't understand why it's not working. He tries to run away, and he's like, how'd I end up back here?
Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe there's something going on with 10K where the bite's not as effective on him.
I hope so. If that's the case, I'm alright with it. But, as long as they got some sort of story.
But if it's not, and it's just this is the way 10K is, and there's no real explanation for why he is, just more himself than Cassandra was herself when she was bit, I'm going to be dissatisfied with that. I feel like there has to be a reason.
Well, so far, everybody that he's bit in this episode seems way more cognizant than she does, and the only thing that I can think of is that she was way closer to death than they all were.
Maybe that was it.
So maybe
she was almost dead. Yeah.
So maybe the closer to death, the more Z-like you are.
And also, Citizen Z made it through okay, and through him we meet a new character, Kaya, and I really like her. She has of an Aubrey Plaza thing going on. Is Audrey or Aubrey? I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about. That's kind of that kind of a vibe going on, and I really like her.
She's joking, but you totally can't tell.
Yeah.
She jokes, and then I don't know. I really like it. It's very deadpan.
Yeah.
And it's kind of awesome. I don't know. It works.
She's the perfect fit for Citizen Z.
Yeah. He's so kind of over the top, and she's so deadpan. It's a nice balance, those two together.
Yeah. And we meet another new character in this episode, Sun Mei. That character has a ton of potential, and I'm really excited to see more of that character.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how she works in the group's dynamic.
Yeah, especially because she was in charge, and then all her people died, and now she is under the command of Warren. Yeah. So how well does she take orders? Yeah. There was some other really cool stuff in this episode, specifically Z-Whacker 2.0, an electrified Z-Whacker. I am really jazzed about that.
I was so down for the electrified Z-Whacker. That was the coolest thing in this entire episode for me. I was like, it's got sparks. I need to do an edit on my picture with sparks.
Anna cosplays Addie Carver
Yes.
as one of her cosplays, and she actually made a Z-Whacker,
Yeah.
and it looks really good. So we got to add sparks to the photo edits.
Yes, I am totally adding sparks to one of my photo edits. Like, I'm gonna do that and post it tomorrow.
Like I was genuinely bummed in season 2 when the Z-Whacker
my God.
broke. I was like, oh no,
Me
that's
too.
terrible. And now Z-Whacker 2.0 is awesome.
Yes.
Couple other things I want to mention in this episode. It feels like they're starting to get to the point in the zombie apocalypse where maybe the zombies are going to be less of a threat than other humans.
Yeah.
And so I'm really looking forward to that.
And the zombie kill of the week goes to...
Hector saving Addie from the gargantuan zombie she was trying to
Yeah.
fight. Like, I was in genuine fear for Addie in that part.
That I was scared. I was like, no! Not Eddie!
Like Addie is almost like Daryl Dixon level of
Yeah.
like
She can't die. I would riot. I would totally riot.
I would be crushed if Addie died.
Yes.
I'm already like because Murphy bit 10K. And if they actually killed Addie in this episode on top of that, I think I would cry.
This would be a whole different review.
Yeah, it'd be like yeah. Damn you, sci-fi. The man has one name on his list, and it is Murphy. So, we knew that the man was going to be the big bad for this season.
Yes.
So it seems like there's going to be kind of a double chase going on. The man going after the Murphy, the man
Murphy.
going after the Murphy, and Warren and her team going after Murphy, and it's going to be like a race.
Yeah.
And I think that has a lot of potential for storytelling. I'm really excited for it.
It's kind of reminiscent when Citizen Z kind of announced the Murphy on the airlines.
Yeah.
But instead of everybody doing a free-for-all trying to get him, it's just two groups. And I think that'll add a nice, interesting dynamic to it and make it different and exciting.
One final thing I want to mention, and it's something one of our commenters brought up in last week's review. Where was Vasquez, first of all, in the premiere? Because in the timeline, Vasquez should have been with them. At the end of last season, they left him in the bar, and they left, and he made no appearances in the second episode. So are they just kind of like retconning him, or could they not get that actor's contract solidified or something? Because it just seems like we're just supposed to pretend like he didn't exist. And if you look on the cast page on the Sci-Fi website, he's nowhere on the cast page right now. So maybe they couldn't get his contract worked out, and we're just supposed to forget that Vasquez existed. I don't really know what's going on there. That's the best I got. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it for this video. If you have anything to add, let us know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this review, and we really hope you did, tell us by dropping a like on it and subscribe for more reviews.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.